Welcome all. In this lecture, we are discussing about voltage source inverters. So this is the circuit diagram of a three-phase voltage source inverter. There will be total 6 control switch, either MOSFET or IGBT, arranged as 3 in upper and 3 in lower, as 3 legs. And the input will be connected here and output will be taken from the middle of each legs. So while considering the stepped wave inverters, we can classify the voltage source inverters as 180-degree conduction mode and 120-degree conduction mode. So first we can take the case of 180-degree conduction mode. So in case of 180-degree conduction mode, as the name suggests, each switch will be conducting for 180 degree. Okay. All the 6 switches will be conducting for 180 degree duration. And if you are looking here, there are total 6 switches and one AC cycle is 360 degree. So each switch will be conducting for 360 by 6, that is 60 degree apart. Means if S1 is turned on first, after turning on after 60 degree, S2 will be turned on, like that. Then after 60 degree, S3 will be turned on, like that. Okay. And each switch will be conducting for 180 degree. So consider the case of S1. Okay, so S1 will be starting from 0. So as it is 180 degree, it will be continuing for conducting up to 180. Then after 60 degree, S2 will be turned on here. So it will be conducting from 60 plus 180, so 240. Then S3 will be conducting after 60 degree and it will be conducting up to 300. And S4 will start conduction from after 60, so 180 to plus 180, that is 360. Then S5 will start from 240, then 120 here, then 60 here. Okay, then total 180. Then S6 will be starting from 300, then 60 here, then 120 here, so total 180. Be next cycle for S5 and S6. Okay, so this will be the conduction of all switches. Okay, 6 switches. So we got the time period of each switching. Okay, so we can consider this VAO, VBO, VCO voltages. Okay, so if you are considering VAO is depending only on S1 and S4. Okay, the status of S1 and S4. When S1 is on, this point will be connected here. So VAO is plus Vs by 2. Similarly, when S4 is on, this point will be connected here. Okay, so it is VAO is minus Vs by 2. Okay, so we can find the voltage VAO by looking the status of switches S1 and S4 only. It is only depending upon S1 and S4. Okay, so S1 is on for 0 to 180. So from 0 to 180, VO is plus Vs by 2. Then S4 is on for 180 to 360. So at that time, VO is minus Vs by 2. Okay, so we can write VAO as plus Vs by 2 from 0 to 180 and minus Vs by 2 from 180 to 360. Similarly, in case of VBO, it is depending only on S3 and S6. When S3 is on, it is plus Vs by 2 and S4 is on, S6 is on, it is minus Vs by 2. So VBO will be S3. S3 is on for 120 to 300. Okay, so from 120 to 300 it is plus Vs by 2 and S6 means 300 to 360 and 0 to 120 it is minus Vs by 2. Okay, so it will be like this. Similarly, we can find VCO by looking the status of S5 and S2. So it will be getting like this. Okay, S5 is on from 240 to 360 and 0 to 60. Okay, so it is plus Vs by 2 here and rest it is minus Vs by 2. Okay, so now we got VAO, VBO and VCO. So from this we can find the line voltages VAB, VBC, VCA as VAB equal to VAO minus VBO, VBC equal to VBO minus VCO, and VCA equal to VCO minus VO. So we can subtract this VCO from VAO to find VAB. Okay, so this row minus this row. Okay, so it will be VAB equal to VAO minus VCO, VAO minus VBO. Okay, so it is plus VS by 2 minus VS by 2, it is plus VS by 2 minus VS by 2, it is plus VS, again plus VS by 2 minus VS by 2, 0, then minus VS by 2 minus plus Vs by 2, it is minus Vs, minus Vs by 2 minus plus Vs by 2, it is minus Vs, this is minus Vs by 2 minus Vs by 2, it is 0. Similarly, VBC, for finding VBC, this row minus this row, VCO. So minus Vs by 2 plus minus Vs by 2 minus Vs by 2, it is minus Vs. Like that it will be. We can find VBC and VCA. Okay, so we can draw the VAB, VBC, VCA from this table. Okay, plus VS up to 120, 0, then 0, minus VS again 0. Okay. Similarly, VBC and VCA. And it will be interesting that VBC will be 120 degree shifted waveform of VAB. Okay, this is starting from 0, this is starting from 120, and this is starting from 240. So if you are drawing VAB, we can draw VBC and VCA in that manner also. Okay. Then now we got line voltages, then we have to find the phase voltages VAN, VBN and VCN. Okay, from VAB, VBC, VCA, we have to find VAN, VBN and VCN. This is the phase voltage. Okay, so we have VAB equal to VAN minus VBN, VBC equal to VBN minus VCN, VCA equal to VCN minus VAN. Okay, so then we have to find this VAN, VBN, VCN in terms of VAB, VBC, VCA. For this, subtract this equation from this, means VAB minus VCA equal to VAN here, again minus VAN here, so 2 VAN, here minus VBN, then here minus VCN, so minus of VBN plus VCN. Again, since it is a balanced 3-phase load, we can write VAN plus VBN plus VCN equal to 0. So from this equation, VBN plus VCN equal to minus VAN. This will be here. So minus VAN. So we can substitute VBN plus VCN as minus VAN. Okay. So this 2 VAN minus VAN become 3 VAN. Okay. So we got VAB minus VC equal to 3 VAN. So we can find the phase voltage VAN as, this will be here, coming here. So 1 by 3 VAB minus VCA. Similarly, we can find VBN and VCN as VAB, B becomes C here. It will be following the pattern. Okay, ABC, BCA, CAB, ABC. Okay, so we will get VAN, VBN, VCN in terms of line voltages VAB, VCA, VBC. Okay, so we can find the phase voltages in terms of line voltages, means we can find the phase voltages from this table. Okay, VAB, VBC and VCA. In order to find VAN, we have to look VAB and VCA. Okay, so this row minus this row divided by 3, plus VS minus 0 VS, then by 3 VS by 3. Okay, here plus VS minus VS 2 VS by 3. Okay, here 0 minus VS by 3, like that. Okay, so we can obtain VAN. Then for VBN, we have to construct VBC and VAB. Then for VCN, we have to look VCA and VBC. Okay, so we'll go obtain VAN, VBN and VCN like this, and we can find the, or we can draw the waveform of phase voltages VAN, VBN and VCN. VS by 3, then 2 VS by 3, then VS by 3, again minus VS by 3, 2 VS by 3 and minus VS by 3. Okay, then we can find the RMS value of line voltage. So consider this is the line voltage, waveform of line voltage. So it is plus Vs from 0 to 120, then 0, then minus Vs. So we can find the RMS value by integrating from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi VAB square. Okay, so if you are looking VAB, it is plus Vs from 0 to 120. Okay, so we can from 0 to 2 by 3 it is plus Vs, so Vs square. Then from 180 to 300, that is pi by 2 to 5 pi by 6, it is minus Vs, so minus Vs whole square. So by doing this integration we will get it as root of 2 by 3 Vs. So the RMS value of line voltage is root of 2 by 3 into Vs. From if we got the line voltage, we can find the phase voltage by doing VAB by root 3, line voltage by root 3. We will get the phase voltage as root 2 by 3 into Vs. Again, we can discuss the 120 degree conduction mode. So in 120 degree conduction mode, each switch will be conducting for 120 degree. That's the only difference from the 180 degree conduction mode. Each switch will be conducting for 120 degree conduction, 120 degree. Okay, here also the switching will be 60 degree apart. S2 will be switched after 60 degree of S1, then after 60 degree S3, like that. Okay, so the conduction will be like this. S1 will be starting from 0, conduct only for 120. Okay, so up to 0 to 120. Then after 60 degree, that is from 60 to then 120, that is up to 180, S2, like that. Okay, the only difference is the conduction is only 120 degree, not for 180. Okay, then again by this equation we can find VAO, VBO and VCO like this. Okay, here 120 from 120 to 180, no device is conducting, so it is 0. Okay, that is the only difference. The only 360 is device will be conducting for 120. Okay, then we will get the line voltage from VAO, VBO, VCO by this equation. Then we can find the line voltage and we can draw the line voltage like this: plus Vs, Vs by 2, minus Vs by 2, minus Vs, minus Vs by 2, then minus Vs by 2, plus Vs by 2, like that. Okay, then from line voltage we can find the phase voltage by this equation. Okay, so we can minus VAB minus VCA divided by 3 will get the VAN. Okay, so plus Vs minus Vs by 2, it will be 3 Vs by 2. So it is 1 by into 1 by 3, it will become plus Vs by 2, plus Vs by 2, plus Vs by 2, here 0, minus Vs by 2, minus Vs by 2 will be getting here. So we can draw the waveform like this. Then we can find the RMS value. So consider the phase voltage. Okay, so VAN is plus Vs by 2 for 120 degree, then from 180 to 300 is minus Vs by 2. Okay, so this is the phase voltage. Okay, so for 180 degree we were considering the line voltage. Okay, so here the waveform of phase voltage is simple, so we have taken phase voltage VAN. Okay, so we can find the RMS values integrating from 0 to 2 pi, then from 0 to 2 pi by 3 it is plus Vs by 2, so plus Vs by 2 whole square. From 180 to 300, that is pi by 2 to 5 pi by 6, it is minus Vs by 2 whole square. So we'll be getting Vs by root 6. Then we can find the line voltage by multiplying root 3 into VAN. Okay, root 3 into VAN, so it is root 3 into Vs by root 6, so it is Vs by root 2. Okay, so this is about 180 degree and 120 degree conduction mode. So the disadvantage is we are getting a fixed value of phase voltage and line voltage. This cannot be varied. Okay, since input voltage Vs is constant, this is constant. Okay, both line voltage and phase voltage is constant, both in case of 120 degree and 180 degree conduction mode. Okay, so this is, we cannot control the line voltage, but we can vary the frequency. Okay, so for frequency control of induction motor we can use 180 degree and 120 degree, but we cannot control the voltage. Okay, we cannot control the voltage. We can vary this time period. Okay, so if this is 20 millisecond, it will be 50 hertz. If it is 100 millisecond, it will be 25 hertz. Like that we can vary the frequency, but we cannot vary the voltage. Okay, that is the demerit of this 120 degree and 180 degree. Means it is called stepped wave inverters. Okay, for both stepped wave inverters we cannot vary the voltage, but we can vary the frequency. So that's all. Thank you.